Grabbing the center, a textbook way of starting the game. A good response for players of all skill levels. Your pawn and knight attack the center for a solid early position. Philidor's defense can be passive, but with the right follow-up, it can lead to some solid positions. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. That's a useful pin you found. Your opponent develops their bishop off its starting square. This move attacks your opponent's pawn chain. This is a fair trade. A clear recapture. They exchange pieces of equal value. You trade off equal material. This is a fair trade. You take back the material at last. Their knight comes into play, attacking them. Your bishop becomes more powerful by developing towards the action. Your opponent reinforced the defense of their knight. Now, your opponent can't stop you from winning material if you make the right moves. They've chosen to castle on the opposite side, likely aiming for a more double-edged game. You missed an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. Their better move was to kick a bishop. You are now able to kick a queen. Your best move was to kick a queen. Your opponent's backward pawn is on a semi-open file. For sure you had to move away from the threat. They found a way to win material. You exchange pieces of equal value. A straightforward recapture. Nice, definitely the right move. This move gives you the opportunity to win their pawn. That pawn was yours for the taking. I like their choice. You are threatening to tactically win a rook. They've made a mistake, and their bishop is now lost. Nice, you found a way to win a bishop. They move their king out of the check from your knight. This removes an attacker that was threatening to capture one of your pieces. Your opponent activates their last piece, bringing all of their forces into play. Good job stepping in to defend your knight, defending their hanging pawn. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. They played one of the best moves here. Very good choice. This move puts their rook on a safer square. You captured that free pawn. Your opponent creates a pawn chain, making their structure more robust. Yes, this is the way. They've improved the positioning of their piece. Doubled rooks on an open file is a great strategy. They made one of the top moves in this position. You found a safer square for your knight. I like their choice. That square is great for your rook. They played one of the best moves here. Nice find. You found the only move in this position. You step your king away from the checking rook. You can pick up a free pawn. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They made one of the top moves in this position. A good choice to move your threatened pawn. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. You dodged the check, moving your king out of harm's way. Decent move, but they had a better one. Well done, an excellent move. I like their choice. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. This move protects their pawn, which was vulnerable with insufficient defenders. Now the other player can't stop you from winning a pawn if you make the right moves. That's playable. This is the way to win material. A correct move to get their rook out of harm's way. Nice, you capture a vulnerable pawn, winning material after all trades are completed. You are now able to win material by simultaneously capturing and defending. You had an opportunity to win material by simultaneously capturing and defending. Their move stopped you from being able to checkmate the king. This is the way to win a rook. They are right on target. You escape the check from the rook. Precise move from your opponent. You step your king away from the checking rook. It was a balanced game, but now you have a winning position. There was only one good move and you found it. You dodged the check, moving your king out of harm's way. They played one of the best moves here. The only move and you found it. You escaped the check from the rook. They played the strongest move available. You step your king away from the checking rook. They made one of the top moves in this position. You recaptured. You are going to lose your pawn to this fork. That was an even swap of material. They took your pawn for free. You had a better way to evade the check from the opposing rook. You allowed the opponent to force a draw. Their best option was to force a draw. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. They are right on target. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. Good job defending that pawn. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more dangerous. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Capturing your hanging pawn. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. Precise move from your opponent. You dodge the check, moving your king out of harm's way. Their best option was to move a rook to safety. Your best move was to push a passed pawn. I like their choice. Passed pawns must be pushed. Their rook moved to a blockade square. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. Decent move, but they had a better one. This move will win a rook with correct play. They eliminated your passed pawn before it could do damage. That rook was yours for the taking. That's playable. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They had a better way to evade the check from the opposing rook. Nice, definitely the right move. They move the pawn to safety. Your move gets closer to checkmate. They played the strongest move available. You're still on the road to checkmate. Pushing their passed pawn, getting closer to the forced checkmate.